Machine can build 4 structures and does the job of numerous construction employees. Per hour, square meters of wall. How is Europe's biggest 3D printed object created? A building is being built, and a commercial structure without windows. Nigerian site manager Sheikh is a German student who is pleased with their progress. Yet when you discuss sophisticated structures, where you have this architectural style where you are considering the architecture and everything, then you must develop a unique kind of phone work for this, and then we are 3 times quicker than conventional construction. The silo has enough concrete in it that the 2-day journey begins at the nozzle that is situated along a track. The procedure is also quicker, requires less resources and labor, and it's more hygienic than unorthodox locations of construction. All we need to construct this stunning just 3 buildings can be seen in this picture. 1 individual who manages the printer, 1 individual who persecuted the blending of 1 human who only walks in a machine check to see whether everything is in order, the ankles, and do other minor tasks. That's essentially what I do. And Ubis, the construction site manager who is in charge of inspecting the concrete mixer on occasion. He also does office tasks. Smartphone. It is far more tranquil than on other websites. They periodically attach anchors to hold the 2 walls in place. His coworker keeps an eye on the 3D printer, but how does the 3D work on a computer screen? Printers are capable of printing, hence, the method is simply that the building's architect creates it using our. Let him know that we assume we told him this something that is feasible. What is not feasible thereafter, given the design it offers, is use the step file, which is the step file that resembles a center line. Then, the building's design will cut it with a knife. I'll forward this directly to a slicer, where we will slice it. Then we get a G-code and transmit it to the printer before we begin print. German contractors built the building with a BOD 2 3D printer from Kabul, a Danish firm. The building's cement ceilings are typically poured and supported prior to the concrete drying. Building it takes 6 months. 54-meter long by 11-meter wide building at 9 meters tall. The structure doesn't work since it will only work with Windows maintained computer servers. The works of architect Jan Falkman, the most massive and tallest 3D printed construction ever, are made possible by the revolutionary technology of steel girders and 3D printer innovation. Alternatives for software. The unique feature is that you can try out this building technique and determine what you can really produce within the bounds of certain extremely strict basic architectural specifications were not feasible with the available technologies, and that was our motivation. A real estate developer is the owner, agent seeking to create something novel and historically significant. Website. He needed to know, since the price was considerable, that a profit would be made. We put up 2.5 million euros altogether. Here, including the landscape, and I'm unsure if we had, how much would it has a cost. Constructed normally, since we changed quite fast to 3D printing, I simply wanted to know whether I could succeed. Using 3D printing and other things I did, the foreign manager must do some manual labor as well, particularly the locations where the printer is. He may have to make stops and starts, tiny adjustments, but he never wants to return to traditional construction. I really doubt that I will relocate. Return to the standard gaming console. Of course, nobody can predict the future. Nonetheless, I firmly believe that 3D printing will continue to advance. And after that, I believe I will continue using a 3D printer. Building using 3D printers is becoming more common, transitioning from the experimental stage and accessing the commercial market. Regarding chicken, he and his 3D printers have sufficiently built in agreements for the next 2 years. If you love the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.